And as Jamaica recovers from the catastrophic impact of Hurricane Melissa, employers are confronting one of the most difficult questions in business recovery. What happens to workers when operations can't resume at full capacity? The Category 5 storm ravaged the island's western region, shuttering hotels, restaurants, and manufacturing facilities and throwing thousands of employees into uncertainty. Now, many business owners are grappling with redundancy, a legal process that provides economic support to workers who have lost their jobs, but one that under Jamaica's law places the full financial responsibility squarely on employers. Speaking earlier today, head of litigation and the Industrial Relations Practice Group at Myers, Fletcher and Gordon, Gavin Goff, says a redundancy is triggered when a business ceases operations, scales down, or no longer requires certain types of work.
What's redundancy? Redundancy offers economic support for workers who have unexpectedly lost their jobs because of economic conditions or a natural disaster. There are qualifications. Not everybody is entitled to a redundancy. We're going to get into that momentarily. But you have to understand that the concept of a redundancy and a redundancy payment that accompanies it is with this in mind. An event like this in mind, where at least for a period of time, it may be a longer period of time, it may be indefinitely, the business can continue and employees' rights are triggered as a result of that.
Employers are being reminded that redundancy payments are not state-funded, but a direct obligation of the company.
Redundancy is paid for by the business. It's not paid for by the government. It's not paid for from any of these international agencies that are sending aid to Jamaica. So the employer is the one who's responsible for making redundancy payments and for making persons redundant, if that's the case. And the resources from that need to come from the business.
Mr. Goff is also urging companies to treat redundancy as a last resort.
Redundancy is seen in Jamaican law as being a last resort. It's something which you should not do lightly. And if you take it without considering what the alternatives are, then it could be unsafe for the employee and for you as well as an employer. So considering that redundancy is supposed to be a last resort, we need to consider what are the alternatives instead. Could it be, for instance, that you change the contract that the employee had? So instead of them having a permanent contract working 40 hours, 9 to 5, 6 days or 5 days a week, could it be that they're only going to be working part-time? Could it be that you're going to keep them or transfer them from their particular position into another role where they could be utilized? So
that was head of litigation and the Industrial Relations Practice Group at Myers, Fletcher and Gordon, Gavin Goff.